And welcome, YouTube viewers. We got some special treats for you today. So yeah, we got some extended imagery of the sun that we don't normally show. And it's going to be spectacular. So we're going to start out with this composite. I would note that 211 angstroms is green in this imagery. So this is normally like a bronze color, almost like 193 angstroms. They changed the colors for these composites on the SDO browse data so you can see all the different features as per their tuning. This one also shows 171 in blue, which is normally gold, and 304 is shown in its normal red color. So we've got this huge coronal hole here. It's like a C-shaped coronal hole right there, like a giant ear. You better watch out. The sun may be listening to whatever nonsense is coming out of your mouth. So what's interesting is cosmic ray flux has actually gone up, but we're going to talk about that in a quick moment. It's going to be a very quick moment. By the way, if you're wondering what these lines are, these are what we call potential field surface source lines. They are magnetic field lines. And they terminate at potential field surface sources. That's why it's called that anyway. Let's take a look at the magnetosphere as we've got a geomagnetic storm going on, as if we don't have enough stuff to cover. Again, some additional great composite imagery coming. It's going to be almost all composite imagery today. So that's the last 4 hours there. We'll let that play through of the earthly geospace, Earth's magnetic moment from space. Out to about 12 Earth diameters there. You can see the bow shock region. The point at which protons need to make a decision when they strike that magnetic moment from space. Here's Earth's magnetic moment from the ground, and we are expecting to see some aurorae. If you've got some auroral imagery or anything like that, imagery, videos, whatever, share it to our Instagram or our Twitter page. You can find links at smashomash.com to that, as well as below this video. So some pretty serious magnetic perturbations going on here. It's a KP5 low-level geomagnetic storm caused by a coronal hole high-speed stream. Here's your auroral forecast. We'll show you the most likely places to see aurorae. Looks like the southern hemisphere's got the beefiest aurora, in a place where there is nobody to see them, most likely the extreme South Atlantic. In the extreme the Southern Ocean, essentially. So there's your auroral forecast. Again, let us know if you've got any imagery, videos, photos. Drop us a line on Twitter or Instagram. We'll share your content on the videos. So there you go, the last 9 hours of a KP5 event. And this is going to get spotty. But we may see ongoing KP4 or 5 events through the next about 48 hours because there's a lot of coronal hole area. And it's going to fluctuate. We're going to get into a state of flux with the solar wind speed. But at the moment, quite elevated here. A little bit elevated, 535 kilometers a second. Solar wind density, 8.5 protons per cubic centimeter. So we're going to see big shifts in the BTBZ. We're going to see big shifts in the solar wind velocity over the next 24 hours. Big shifts are coming. So we may see spotty geomagnetic unrest, geomagnetic storm conditions, KP4, KP5 type situations going on. Again, if you've got auroral imagery, drop us a line. So GOES magnetometer showing some quite low readings there. Lots of plasma in between the Earth and Sun at the moment. It's a coronal hole high-speed stream. I just wanted to also share something about the NSO. It's the National Sunspot Observatory. If you're wondering where this data comes from, it comes from 51 ground-based magnetometers. Once again, potential field surface source lines, so PFSS model data. 51 ground-based magnetometers and magnetometers on stereo B located out here at L4 and stereo A located out here at L5. That's Lagrangian 0.5. Anyway, there's the heliospheric current sheet. And if you want to read more about that, you can click on Info. Up here, it'll redirect you to the NSO main page. Here's the line of sight view of the ecliptic plane field plot. And it certainly looks like there's a North Pole current sheet headed this way. Our only activity on the east side of the sun is sunspots. Oh, there's some coronal holes over there too, but mainly sunspots. Yeah, some significant coronal holes right adjacent to those sunspots. So this is kind of interesting. Also, we sort of see the solar polar field. Looks like it snapped back down toward the solar polar region. It looked like it was going to start migrating. You can see the North Pole is kind of offset a little bit here as the solar polar field reversal process commences. Anyway, that's our line of sight coronal hole plot. This one shows the sun's B field, the field that goes through the magnet in blue. Here's another composite series of images from the SDO. This is two different ionized iron species, 211 and 193 angstroms. 211 and 193. And these are all South Pole oriented coronal holes here. So we've only got two sunspot groups moving on to sunspots here, 3024 and 3023. And 3023 has evolved a little bit in that one of the umbrae is orbiting the sun faster than the other one. So these are its effects on the magnetic field environment are going to change here, as well as on the plasma environment. Remember, folks, plasma aligns to the magnetic fields. Here is the 1700 angstroms wavelength. So anyway, when sunspot 3023 initially formed, those sunspots were nearly due north and south of each other. Now that you can see there's a little bit of a shift there. I'm not sure if the one is rotating. I'm not sure if one is slowed down or the other one has sped up or both, but they're now sort of southeast and northwest of each other. I mean southwest, well, you get the idea. So here we've added 171 angstroms to that same wavelength. And so yeah, it looks like there may be some activity starting to happen there. You can see a little bit of flaring happening from those regions. We've seen the X-ray levels drop massively with the setting of sunspot 3017. So when 3017 set, and it could still produce major flares, we could still see an M or even X-class flare from that sunspot despite it being out of view. Maybe for the next 12 hours, something like that. Maybe the next day. Oh, it looks like we've got some activity happening down here. So there's a filament that's just in the process of going mobile. Right there, you're going to see it right there. It's starting to motivate. That looks like a CME in progress. So we may have to make another video about that a little later. This great composite imagery here showing 211. That's this outer sort of pinkish orange extended corona. By the way, we regularly stream live to Twitch. It's twitch.tv/smashamash. Thanks to our new followers over there. One of the things you get at smashamash.com/smashteam at the paid levels is regular custom GIF animations. So if you just go to the site and click post without even logging in, you'll see this animation. And you might think that's pretty sweet, and of course, indeed it is. If you're logged in at the silver or gold level, you might see this animation, which is, well, I like it a little better. Warning, may cause epilepsy. May cause epileptic seizures or other trance-like states. At the gold level, you only get that higher speed one. And whoops, got to stop there because we're explaining the solar cycles. So anyway, just figured I would let you know what's going on at smashamash.com/smashteam. We also send out all kinds of alerts, like we sent out an alert about the geomagnetic storm conditions. If you haven't checked out the merch, you can link to that from the homepage below this video on the Smash Team page. We've put this in the order from top to bottom, from best to least selling. So these are the worst selling products. And then as we go up to the top, we get to the best selling products. As I say to each of you, universum liberate. Keep in mind, folks, opinions expressed in these products may not be the opinions of Smash News Network, Least Busted Name in News. However, this product here is certainly my opinion. And so I proclaim, universum liberate. Once again, universum liberate. If you want to pick up any merch, this weekend will be a good time to do it. It's right at the beginning of summer. Get your gear in order and pick up some merch. Don't forget to use the promo code YOURTHING to save 20 to 60% site-wide. On all of those products, they come in all kinds of different things. Some of them even come in like a comforter. You can get like a shower curtain with Tony Fauci. Don't you want Fauci's face on your bath mat? I mean, it just seems optimal. But in any case, no matter how bad things get, folks, please don't pole vault to Caldera. It could be unhealthful. Do visit our homepage. Again, drop us a line on Twitter. We've got a Facebook group. We're all over all kinds of social media. Drop us a line on the Discord chat. There's a permanent invite link right there. Its Discord looks like this. And yeah, you need an invite to join a Discord chat. So welcome to the Neo Renaissance. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. The music we started this video with is called Gem Cutter, by the way. If you want to hear it at full volume glory, do a search for Golden Cat Productions. We're all over the internet. We're on Spotify. You can buy the track on Amazon Music and so on. Here's a brief thing I'll say. Cosmic Ray Flux. Check it out. There's Mexico. And there's Olu. Practically the same graph over the last 30 days. Isn't that interesting? I'll just leave that there. And here's the Ghost Proton Flux. Nothing exciting happening there. X-ray flux, only minor flares. Again, I think there's a CME happening as we make the video. So let's blast through some more information, as this was a recorded video, not a live stream. Thanks to everybody who tuned into the live premiere event. This is another composite. It's 171 plus 94 angstroms. Just spectacular imagery. How about them SDO apples? Here's what's going on above my head here in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. What do we have there? Jupiter and Mars very close to each other. In the morning sky, if you've got clear skies, check it out. Maybe you'll be out seeing aurorae. Maybe you'll see Mars and Jupiter quite close to each other there. Just south of the ecliptic from the northern hemisphere. Anyway, here's a solar system forecast for you. As we approach a new moon, we'll have a crescent waxing in 7 days. That's what things will look like on June 4th. So here's your coronagraph. This is the Soho Lasco C2. And it's just today. And we are expecting to see a coronal mass ejection coming out of this area here. So we showed that earlier in the video. Let's take a look at the view from Lagrange 5 and Lagrange 1. So here's Lagrange point 5 on the left, Lagrange point 1 on the right. Stereo A in the Soho Lasco C3. Things have been pretty calm here over the past 24 hours. No earthly directed coronal mass ejections, no significant coronal mass ejections, period. And we'll close out with the house favorite, 171 angstroms. That is some good stuff. Anyway, folks, keep an eye on Sunspot 3023 and 3024. Those are the bright spots on the closest star. Expect the geomagnetic unrest and possible geomagnetic storm conditions to continue. And we'll see you soon here at Smash News Network, Least Busted Name in news.